How do I read a book every week? This is a frequently asked question, and today I'm here to give you a step by step simple process to actually accomplish your reading goals and finish a book every week. But first, I want you to answer one simple question, and that is why do you want to read a book every week? Why? Why do you want to read a book? First of all, a study conducted in the University of Sussex found out that just 6 minutes of reading, 6 minutes of reading decreases stress levels by 68%. Yes, you heard that right, 68%. So, if you're a really stressful person, reading will be a really good occupation for lowering your stress levels, which I think is a really good fair trade for just 6 minutes of reading. Now, secondly, a study conducted by the Journal of Social Science and Medicine found out that just reading a book can increase your lifespan by 2 years. 2 whole years. Just think about that. If, like, imagine your life potential was like something like 71 years. Now you can live up to 73 years, 73 years more with your children, with your grandchildren, doing the things that you love. Just imagine that. You can get all of that by just reading a book. I know that self help books may get a bad rep from all of social media and all that, all the world, but there's a reason that these books are so popular. And you have to understand that because they provide so much value to you. You either pick them up to increase your confidence or maybe just get some inspiration for an upcoming project. Self help books have so much power in their pages that you can go from here till here by just reading some text on a paper. How many self help books have you bought with the intention of reading them and now they're just gathering dust on your bookshelf? Well, I'm here to help you with that. And yeah, I also have a reading stack right there waiting for my attention. And I'm really proud of myself that I read a lot of books and I'm gaining a lot of information from this. And I want you to do the same for you. You have to understand that this is only for you. This is not for your mom, for your dad. This is for you. You will become more intellectual, more intelligent. People will respect you. You will have a better life. Just imagine that. Do you agree to come on the journey with me towards becoming a better reader? If yes, then let's get straight to it. Have you ever read a book and forgot all the content in the very next day? Because there's this concept known as the learning curve. As time increases, your ability to retain information decreases. Psychologists have found out that you can only focus on a task and concentrate fully on a task for about 10 to 40 minutes. Like, what is the time you can spend on a task with complete concentration and focus? Now, to make the most of this 10 to 40 minutes focus time and focus time period, we need to invest in the study technique of the Pomodoro technique. In the Pomodoro technique, you focus for 25 minutes and then you take a break for 5 minutes. That is one cycle of a Pomodoro technique. That's one Pomodoro. Now, in that 25 minutes, you have to put all your complete concentration and focus on the task that you're trying to do so that you're learning information in the most effective way. And then you can take a break to clear your mind on. Psychologists have found out that there's the effect of primacy and recency, which just means that your ability to retain information is higher starting period and the ending period of a learning session. For example, you're at a party, you're you're more able to remember the names of the first people and the last people you met than the people that you met in the middle of that time period. And if you have any other study techniques or learning techniques that you know that are really effective, don't be afraid to comment them down below. You may be asking, what is the actual technique I should use to read a book every week? It's called the faster method, and I got it from this book, Limitless by Jim Quick. Banger book, by the way. You should definitely read it if you want to increase your learning ability. It consists of 6 steps, and I'm here to tell you all about it. The first step in the faster method is forget. How many times have you started to read a book and start to think about things that you didn't really want to? You lose all your focus from reading the book. And I'm here to give you a 3 step process to remove all this uncanny energy from your brain and actually focus on reading the book. The first step is to learn with the beginner's mind. Your mind only works when it's open. It's like a parachute. Your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. Remember that. So just forget everything that you learned about the topic and approach reading the book with the learner's mind, with the beginner's mind, with the student mindset that you want to learn something and achieve something from reading this book. The second step is removing all distractions. I want you to take your phone and give it to your mom and tell her to hide it where you don't even know. And just see how your focus improves when you're reading the book. The third step is removing all negative thoughts from your brain and just see how your focus improves. It will be levels better than what it was before. Oh, I can't read a book. I'm not even a good reader. Forget all of that. Just focus on the task at hand. What are some of the negative thoughts that you get? Second step of the faster method is act. How can you become more active in your learning? You have to understand, bro, that learning isn't a spectator sport. You have to actually become active during learning. You can't just look at a book and you learn something from it. You have to become active while reading the book. From now on, I want you to underline the important points in your book and just see how much your focus increases. Because the more active you are in learning, the more better you will become, the more you will learn. Third part of the faster method is state. Do you remember any of your childhood memories? We all do, because there was a certain emotion connected to it. When your dad bought you balloons, you remember that memory when you were 6 or 5 because there was an emotion connected to it. You felt happy when your dad bought you some balloons. The same is with reading a book faster and effectively. Learning is state dependent. You have to connect a certain emotion to what you're learning to actually make it more effective and faster. You're more able to learn when you're in a good productive mood than when you're angry. So from now on, I want you to stretch and feel your body before you start reading and then notice the difference. You'll learn way faster and more effectively. Be willing to put in the work because learning is really important for you. The fourth part to the faster method is teach. Learn with the intention of teaching the information that you're reading to someone else. This way, you're learning the information twice. First, when you're reading it and acquiring the information yourself, and second, when you're teaching it to someone else. I want you to find a friend to teach the information that you're reading to, and just see the results. You'll be more effective and better at learning something that you're reading. Fifth part to the faster method is enter. What is the most powerful performance tool that you have? Your calendar, your daily schedule. From now on, I want you to schedule a reading session every day into your daily calendar, into your daily schedule. This way, you'll be more motivated to complete your reading goals. Next part to the faster method is review. This is the most important step, so you have to listen closely. To reduce the effects of the forgetting curve is to use active recall. From now on, whenever you're starting a reading session, I want you to sit down and ask yourself, what did you learn in the last reading session? And this way, you'll be able to retain onto the information more. Well, that was the faster method. And this way, you'll be able to read a book every week and actually retain onto the information that you're learning for a really long time. Now, what you have to do is establish a weekly reading routine, a daily reading routine. I want you to take the number of pages in your book and divide it by 7. The value that you will get will be the amount of pages that you will have to read every single day to complete that book in a week. And yeah, I hope you learned a lot from this. Are you ready to change your life forever?